Welcome back to the Bordas and Bordas hotline of the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. Bob Pompeani and Gene Collier here. 412-575-2600. Gene, the Penguins played a terrible game last night, as we know. They played way down to the competition. One thing we've seen, other teams in the NHL have caught up to them when it comes to speed. There are a lot of young, fast teams out there. The Penguins are, I don't know what they're going through, but they're 4-5 in their last 9 games. They're not getting a good effort in front of any goaltender, really, with the 5-on-5 play. Their forwards are not coming back as they should, as they did in the last 2 years. What is your biggest concern right now with the Penguins? And I know you don't put a lot of emphasis on, getting to the playoffs, but they could, if they continue to play this way, and they have games against New Jersey, Washington, Columbus coming up, they could find themselves on the outside looking in. It sounds unlikely, but you never know.
Yeah, that is very unlikely. I think what's going on with the Penguins is what's going on with a number of teams right now, Bob, is that they are bored to tears. They cannot wait for the playoffs to start. They don't start until April 11th. They're trying to figure out who they're going to play. They just look like they're playing. They look like their minds are somewhere else. Now, tomorrow night they'll be in New Jersey. The Devils have given them all kinds of problems. I expect them to kind of refocus and play better in that game. I'm not sure they'll win it. They've had a lot of trouble with the Devils, but I'm not I don't think there's any chance the Penguins won't be in the playoffs. I think they'll be in there and they'll be in a strong position.
Yeah, the other thing, though, you're allowing teams to dictate play, and they're giving up a lot of shots on goal and a lot of different, passes to get through on their shorthanded situation. Their penalty killing has not been anywhere near what it needs to be. Not that you're going to see a lot of penalties in the playoffs, Gene, because that seems to be a reduced number.
But that's a really good observation about their penalty kill. I think they've given up 12 power play goals in the last 10 games and power play goals in 9 of the last 10 games. And what's happening there, Bob, I think, is that the puck is going through the crease way, way too often. The Penguins did a great job last year, and most of this year, too, keeping the puck outside, blocking shots. You didn't see the puck go through the crease very often, but now you see it almost every time they play.
All right, 412-575-2600. Let's get to the lines. Dan in Greensburg, you're first up. Dan, how are you?
What's going on, guys?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Great hire by Pitt. I think, probably something they should have looked at long before they started courting these other guys. Jeff Capel, I think, can get it done. Did a really good job at Oklahoma. Did you buy your suit at the men's?
Let's go out to.
Just wanted to know where you bought your suit, Bob.
I know. He's an ongoing.
We've heard a lot worse than
Randy in Washington. Hey, Randy, how you doing?
Randy in Washington. Hey, Randy, how you doing?
All right. Randy wants to play games. Let's go to Derek in Pittsburgh. Derek, how are you?
Hi, Bob.
Hi,
hey,
Derek.
on the Penguins, they have no speed. They can't put the puck in the net. They cannot get no bodies up front at the goal crease.
Well, listen, they have to get better, there's no doubt. I just thought last night, given where they are, and now Columbus is 1 point behind them, you can tell me all you want about the unimportance of home ice. I get that. But it's not until you lose a series because you don't have home ice that it becomes an issue. They haven't done that in 2 years. They've won 8 consecutive playoff series. It's hard to do that when you don't always get home ice. And I think, Gene, I understand that because they've proven they could do it. But their record on the year on the road is terrible. It's 15-28. It's 13 games under 500. When you watch them on the road, it's a totally different team. And I don't think you can just snap your fingers and change that in the postseason, can you?
No, you have to turn on the faucet. That's what you do. You
turn it
just
on.
Snap your fingers.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I usually argue against the importance of home ice advantage in the playoffs. I just don't think it holds up. But I think with this particular Penguin team, it might, for the reasons you state, Bob. They are just so ordinary, and not just ordinary, but below average on the road.
On Twitter, Waynard says the Brassard deal feels like the Iginla deal. It's not meshing. Well, I think, again, I would give that time. I think he is a big-time player. He suffered a lower body injury last night, and we'll see. Haven't heard anything about his situation moving forward. Here's a question I do think that Mike Sullivan should entertain, Gene, and that is, he believes that he's better when he has 3 lines rolling with Kessel on one, Crosby on one, and Malkin on one. Maybe they're better off now putting Kessel with Malkin. He had a good relationship with him. They were productive. And making, Derek Brassard a third-line guy as more of a checking line that can still, produce some offense, but don't rely on, spreading out all these guys. Kessel has had productive days playing with Evgeny Malkin. They have a chemistry there. Would you do that?
Well, I'd sure think about it. And Mike Sullivan is thinking about these kinds of things all the time. He moves them frequently. He switches guys in the playoffs. I'm perfectly willing to leave that to him. But yeah, I think you'll see a lot of line changes before the playoffs start, and then when the playoffs start, you'll see a lot of line changes.
Let's go to Fish in Charleroi. Hello, Fish. How are you?
Hey, how you guys doing tonight?
What's up?
Hey, not too much. Hey, just real quick, make sure you guys turn your mics off. We can hear you.
All right. Well, from that point forward, that's a good bit of advice. Thank you for that. Glad you're.
Yeah, I've heard this.
I've had. Le'Veon Bell today, another interesting thing, I don't know if told Aditi Kinkhabwala from NFL Network or not, but she reported that he now wants $17 million a year. He wants what Antonio Brown makes. So we've thought there's no movement on this for over a year. Now this makes it almost obvious that they're not going to sign him long term, so this will be it for Le'Veon Bell. What do you make about those kinds of demands? $17 million a year for a position that's highest player has $8 million a year, and he wants double that or more.
I have great respect for Aditi. I think she's done a great job all the time she's been in Pittsburgh. But I think it's sad that we have to continually talk to Le'Veon Bell and get these ridiculous opinions of his. I don't trust anything he says. I'm really tired of reacting to what Le'Veon Bell says. It just doesn't mean anything.
No, I know, but it's out there, and in this world of all these different outlets, you're going to hear stuff like this, and it's just, to me, it's ill-advised. It makes no sense. It's also stupid. Quite frankly, what in the world is he trying to say? He won't come off of this ledge that I'm a receiver too. You're not a receiver. That's part of your job description, as it is for a receiver to block down the field. That doesn't mean he's an offensive lineman. Or does it? Come on. This is stupid.
Le'Veon Bell's object here is to get as much money as he possibly can. One way to do it is to keep people talking about him. We're playing right into
Do you think if he becomes a free agent next year that anyone is going to give him that?
I do not. I do not.
No. So, well, he's hurting his own cause then, in my view. And we'll see how it goes from here. We're going to do for a break. We'll take it 412-575-2600. Back right after this.